I'm Josh Orsh with FanSided, and today I get to say hello to Michigan wide receiver Fredrick Moore, who is a part of the better Popeyes NIL roster. Eventually, I want to go back and talk about the national title run, your freshman year, and everything that goes into that and that team. But let's start in the here and now. Your team this season just went on the road into a hostile environment in the Big Ten without your head coach. What was that experience like with Biff Poggi leading the team?
Biff is a great leader. I actually like the way he coaches. He let us play freely. Not saying Coach Moore don't, but they both were good players, coaches, and I really like that about Coach Moore and Coach Biff. And we just had fun. I mean, we was doing it for Coach Moore, and we just poured our heart and tears into playing, and we just wanted to get the win for Biff and Coach Moore. So.
How was that different from, going back to that 23 team when Coach Harbaugh is not allowed on the sidelines? I mean, obviously the mechanics are a little different. Like Coach Moore couldn't be with the team throughout the week in this situation. Coach Harbaugh was around, but like, how did those experiences kind of compare?
Mm, it just really, I feel as though with them both leaving, it really just gave our team a spark for extra gear. With them leaving, we know that it's still business to be handled, and we just move like that every single week. We didn't have Coach Harbaugh, every single week we didn't have Coach Moore. We just put it in the next gear and just kept driving and kept being humble, praying, having good days, pray, and then come back to it on Saturday, and then it all shows.
With that win in Nebraska, it felt like physicality and the run game kind of took over in the second half. That seemed like a Jim Harbaugh win, like the ethos that he built with this program. How has the identity that he cultivated still been imprinted on this program?
I wouldn't say it's still been imprinted because Coach Moore has changed it a lot. I mean, we're on different stuff now, and it just been fun with Chip and Coach Moore calling it, but we just had to do what's best for us to win. And it may have been running the ball that day, it may not have been passing it as much, but we're gonna do anything it takes us to do as receivers and as players just to win. So.
What's Coach Moore like in a week to week basis on the sidelines? Like what's it like having him as your head coach?
I mean, like I said, he's a player's coach. I mean, most of the time, like he tell us it's the what, not the how. I mean, it's the how, not the what of things, and just come every day, practice, prepare, and come with energy. That's what Coach Bell always tells me. I receive a coach, come with energy. So what I do is come to practice with energy, keep hyping the guys up, and the more positivity we have, that spreads. Like we say, it's contagious. It builds confidence between our players, and we just want to be, from a perspective of Coach Moore, the most connected team. So we go out there, play like we got chemistry, like we've been playing Little League football since we was a child, and we just let it rip. Like I said, without him being on the sideline, it's just that extra gear for the team.
Where does that positivity come from for you, like that positive mindset? Because I've read a couple different interviews with different players that have mentioned your name as somebody that you keep the energy high and practice in games and bring that positive energy. Where does that come from for you?
It just comes from it's a lot of people that would love to be in my shoes, and after every day I wake up, I pray. Before I go to sleep, I pray. And I just firmly believe that I'm second and God comes first. And I know that people are willing to die to be at the University of Michigan. And I just don't want to be so not have humility and be like, oh yeah, I go to Michigan, just whatever. But just really soak it in, take it day by day, and really just pour out my heart to my teammates. So that's where it really comes from, just being humble, having humility.
So with this team, with that win, it's not just with an acting head coach situation, it's also with a true freshman quarterback. What did you see from Bryce Underwood? How did you see him handling the pressure, both in Norman, which was, a huge spot for a freshman quarterback, and then in Lincoln? Like, is there growth? You're seeing the growth there from a young QB?
Yeah, I see a lot of growth from him, and it's just going to keep coming. And I know that he's going to keep growing each and every week. Because his confidence is going to be risen. The more snaps he gets, the more looks he sees. I mean, it's just the moon, probably even further than the moon is his ceiling. So he has a lot of potential. I know that he's going to probably keep growing.
And to that potential, like he comes in with all the recruiting pedigree anyone could ever have, but that doesn't necessarily always translate to the team, to the locker room and the guys. Like, how did he win over his receiver room? How did he win over the locker room once he got there?
I honestly, like as playing underneath, like being one of his receivers, we just woke up as a crew. We did our extra, and he just came out through to us. So that's how we just built our camp. Just coming in, recognizing what type of environment he in, read the room, and got straight to work. So that's how I feel like he won the room, just off of hard work.
Yeah, and it's been impressive to see his poise through the early part of the season and how that's kind of translating throughout the team. Back to that 23 team and that national championship run, it felt like every game that team was just tougher than the team on the other sideline. Did that start in the weight room? Because, you know, I've heard stories about Ben Herbert, the strength coach who followed Harbaugh to the Chargers. Is that where that kind of mindset came from?
With Coach Herb, it was a good feeling. But I love Herb and I love Coach Trish. You know, Coach Trish comes underneath Coach Herb, so it's kind of we're in the same weightlift training. But I just feel though our 23 teams just had way more experience. We had a lot of guys that were older, like fifth years, fourth year seniors, and as a freshman learning from them guys, it's just like, dang, I'm way ahead of the game once I get to my second year in college. Just them knowing the game and them losing to TCU the year before, like I said, just gave us fuel to the fire, and it just took it head on. And they practiced every single day. I remember Blake, Ronnie, not Roman, I'm sorry, Cornelius, JJ, Trevor Keegan, Donovan Edwards just came every day, closed in, and every day just practiced their hearts out. And it was kind of like, dang. So if I'm not coming every day trying to get my all, what am I doing? Why? What is my why? So they say come every day, try to recommit yourself and remember why you committed here and all the stuff they bring you here for, and just show it every day at practice. That builds trust with them. So I feel like they was just they were motivated and they was prepared for the moment, and they took the moment and seized it. We won the Natty.
With that group, like you mentioned, a lot of those guys practicing like crazy and kind of being physical freaks. Who was the biggest freak in the weight room and on the practice field on that team? Because I feel like there were a lot of candidates.
The biggest freak in the room. Trevor Keegan was probably pretty strong. I mean, yeah, I'd say Trevor Keegan. He was crazy.
What's some of the stuff you saw from him?
I think he benched like 225 like 30 times. It was something crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can barely do it 10 times. And he just did it 30, so it kind of shit up. Like, he kind of like made me look bad.
Well, it's a different level, and I'm sure that transition happens quickly. An important thing at Michigan, you've yet to lose to Ohio State in your Michigan career. There are so many goals for a college football team every season. How high is beating that team on the list of them?
It's pretty high. I think it's our rivals. Most hated game on the schedule every year, and I know like if it's Ohio State week, like let me lock in, just lock in, because every detail, every MA like missed assignment or missed detail that you had during the years or working towards it, it will all be exposed in this game. So we harp on, what are you doing today to beat Ohio State? So just keep working on the small things, and every detail, every every alignment and assignment. We just gotta execute it, have fun, and once you do them 365, working up to that, it will show. So whoever the most detailed team wins.
Last year, it felt like they kind of used the loss to you guys as a springboard to the title. Did that sting at all? Seeing like, you feel like you spoiled their season a little bit, knock them out of the Big Ten championship, and then go seeing them win it all. Did it add fuel to the fire? Did it sting a little bit to see?
No, it didn't sting to see because it's kind of like we beat them. So, we really was not even paying attention. We was getting ready for Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, in this competition, this Popeyes NIL competition, you have some Ohio State competition in it as well with James Peoples. But tell us about what you're doing with Popeyes for this NIL initiative and the promo code that Michigan fans can use.
So I partner with Popeyes to pursue better on the field and off the field. Popeyes has a roster of 9 other college football students, and I have a promo, Moore12, and the more you redeem the code online, you can get 12 wings for $12. So the most person with the most redeemed codes get a free tailgate, and I hope so is me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the time. I really appreciate getting to talk to you.
Thank you.